Welcome to School of the Lost Tribes Radio, where the Word speaks not to the world, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Clarity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Proverbs 3:1-12, Covenant Wisdom for the Scattered Remnant. These opening verses are a father-to-son covenant lesson, not generic life advice for everybody, but Israel's house rules from Yahweh. When the tribes were scattered, we didn't just lose land, we lost memory of the law, the commandments, and the order of our nation. Proverbs 3 starts by calling Israel back to what makes us Israel, the covenant. The promises of life, peace, favor, and direction are tied to obedience and fear of Yahweh, not church feelings. This is Yahweh training his sons in captivity how to return to him, so we can inherit what belongs to Jacob again. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. Proverbs 3:1, KJV. This is covenant language. My law and my commandments are the terms Yahweh gave Israel. Forget not matters, because forgetting is what happens in captivity. Israel mixes with nations, absorbs idols, and loses the remembrance of the law. For the scattered tribes today, this verse is the wake-up call. Stop living like strangers and keep the commandments in the heart, meaning in the mind, choices, habits, and loyalty, because that's how Israel returns to her Father. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Proverbs 3:2, KJV. This is not random good luck. This is the covenant benefit. Obedience produces stability, protection, and order in Israel's life. Peace here is covenant well-being. When Israel walks in Yahweh's ways, we avoid many curses that come from rebellion and lawlessness. Even in captivity, Yahweh gives his remnant a measure of preservation when they return to his instructions, because he's preparing a people to inherit the coming kingdom. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. Proverbs 3:3, KJV. Mercy and truth are the traits Yahweh builds into his covenant people so we can reflect his rulership. Binding it about thy neck means it should be visible. Your identity should show. Writing it upon the table of thine heart means internalizing it so it becomes natural. Scattered Israel must learn this because captivity teaches cruelty, survival mode, and deceit. But Yahweh is restoring Israel's lawful character for the promises. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Proverbs 3:4, KJV. When Israel returns to covenant mercy and truth, Yahweh grants favor, meaning openings, protection, and positioning, even among nations. Good understanding is discernment, knowing how to move wisely while surrounded by captivity systems. This is part of the remnant's restoration. Yahweh equips his people to navigate oppression without losing covenant integrity until the time of full deliverance. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Proverbs 3:5, KJV. This is Israel learning not to rely on the logic of captivity. Our own understanding is often trained by the world system, its philosophies, religions, and fears. Yahweh is telling his sons, return to his counsel, not the nations. Trust is covenant loyalty, believing Yahweh's promises to Israel, even when circumstances look opposite. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Proverbs 3:6, KJV. Acknowledging Yahweh means bringing every part of life under covenant rule: family, money, relationships, decisions, speech, discipline, everything. When Israel does that, Yahweh directs thy paths, meaning he guides the remnant away from traps, wrong alliances, and self-destruction. This is how the scattered get led back toward restoration, step by step, until the regathering. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Proverbs 3:7, KJV. Captivity produces pride. Everyone thinks they're right. Everyone makes their own rules. Yahweh commands Israel to reject self-wisdom and return to fear, reverence, and obedience. Depart from evil is practical. Stop the sinful patterns that keep Israel under judgment. This is the remnant mentality: humble, teachable, returning to covenant order. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Proverbs 3:8, KJV. Covenant obedience affects the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. Navel and bones point to the inward strength of life.